Tomorrow's the big day. I thought it would never come. I've been planning it for ages. Me, Dad, Angie, my social worker, and the housing people. Angie, my social worker, found us this flat that was dead nice. Nicely done out and that. She said I would like it because it was close to the shops and that there was a hairdresser's at the end of the street. I looked at the flat. It seemed dead nice, nicely done out and that. But I didn't know it, and it was 2 buses away from my life. Well, everything in my life. My friends, my family, the club. Well, you know, all the people that you know. So I turned it down, but I didn't want to seem ungrateful. Dad says it's a big step moving out, and if Angie likes it so much, well, she can move there. Dad rang up the housing people who invited me in to find out how best they can help me. They showed me a few houses and one of them looked great. I was dead lucky, and it was only 5 minutes away on the bus from Dad's house, which means I can still see my friends and go to the club on a Thursday. It means that Maggie's is still my local horse riding club. The housing people were dead nice. They said they were glad that I came in. They said it's only when people tell them what they need that they can support them. He said in fact they are sending out forms to find out what people's needs are, to find out if they can support everyone better. They're not psychic, and if they knew what everybody's needs are and what everybody wanted support with, they would be able to help their tenants. That's people living in their houses a lot better. So here's mine. What are my housing needs? Oh, if only. But what are my housing needs? What are my housing needs? What are your housing needs?
My housing needs. Well, I need extra time to answer the door. Always the same.
My needs are simple. All I want to know is how I can move out into a flat with people I got on with. In fact, I wish someone would tell me how me and my boyfriend can move in together.
Right, that should do it. They said if I have any problems, I can just take it in and they would fill it out with me. Well, I guess I do have some housing needs. Oh, that's done. One more box. And tomorrow I'm going to be in my own home. I wonder what that's going to be like.
It was hard at first. Now I'm getting used to it.
A friend of mine, Mike, had some right issues for where he lived. Through the day, he loved where he lived. He got well into his gardening. He used to grow tomatoes. They were the size of oranges, while his strawberries were to die for. He used to make a mean knickerbocker glory. I feel like I'm putting weight on just thinking about it. But well, at night, he had a lot of bother with the neighbours. They used to argue. He was dead scared about what to do. He thought he should tell somebody, but who? And what would happen? Would they find out that it was him complaining? Who should he tell? What should he do? Well, it went on for months, and he used to find it impossible to get a full night's sleep. Well, he used to worry about it through the day. Mike, well, became unwell. No one knew why. He stopped doing the things that he enjoyed. His gardening became a mess, and you see, he never told anybody. Eventually, he told his social worker, Tony. Tony, with Mike's permission, told his housing association, and together they got it sorted out. To cut a long story short, it got sorted. The neighbours said that they didn't know how loud they were being and that it was disturbing him. I mean, occasionally they can still be a bit noisy, but not like it used to be. Now, if there's any noise, Mike just write it down in a diary that the housing association gave to him. And if it gets bad again, they can just talk to somebody at the housing association. Job done. Mike's happy, and I'm looking forward to this year's strawberries. Well, I guess it's simple. You should tell somebody if you've got a problem, whether it's a landlord, a council, a housing association, a problem shared and all that. Night. Oh, that's Dad. I don't know who's more nervous, him or me. He's been like this all morning.
I know it's hard on them. Sometimes I think they still see us as kids. But you know, don't worry. He'll be right, you know. You can always go around to check up on him. Take him for a round. Make sure he's still eating healthy. When you're not there to keep an eye on him. I remember my mom when I moved out. She was crying so much. She said, if I was up to her, I would never leave home. But she said, she would not always be around to support me. So I better learn how to live on my own now. What she could help me. That is 5 years ago now, and I couldn't imagine it any different. I live with my flatmate Sue. She's like a sister to me. Well, we're just lucky to find each other. People like my friend Becky. Can't stand the people she lives with. I mean, I don't blame her. She's got nothing in common with them, like. One of the women she lives with always goes in her room without asking. I couldn't have like that. At my own home. That's why I'm so glad. That's why I'm so lucky to have found Sue. We met through a mutual friend. We're both looking to move out. We met a few times to see if we're gone. And we hit it off straight away. We met a few more times. And made a few grand rules for living together. Bumps your uncle. We moved in. And now we're the best of mates. Best of mates. We do lots of things together. But we don't live in each other's pockets either. That's why it works, I think. What's the noise?
Oh, that's Dad. I hope that's not me box of medals. I'll catch you later, Khadija. Hey, look at these pictures. Is that me, Dad? Oh no, I can't believe it. That's you in it, Dad. In the flares. And there's one of me getting dropped off by Mrs. Roswell in that car that always used to break down. Oh look, there's the gang years ago at Break for Leisure. Me, Khadija, Susie, Mike, Paul, and look, there's Becky and John holding hands. Crikey, it seems like they've been together going out for years. Well, they have about 10 years, true love, eh?
16 years. I was 16 and Becky was 15, and we got told we were too young to go out. We used to do everything together at school, every break and every lunch time. We used to share our bait. We used to share a care bus back together with the others. And we used to sit in the same seats, back left, next to the window. We were so excited because we were going to go on a day trip to Alton Towers, all us school leavers like. We did. We left dead early. We sat next to each other. Becky got soaked on the water flume, so I gave her my jacket. Miss Phillips took a photo of us. I've still got it. We got back dead late. We had so much fun. We talked about all the things we were going to do together now we left school. I kissed Becky goodbye. She looked so beautiful in my Newcastle FC hoodie with her hair all wet. I didn't see her for 6 months after that. I would ring her, and we did make plans, but they would always fail. We live about an hour apart. Well, we might as well live on other sides of the world. Becky couldn't come over to mine ever. The staff would always say, maybe next week, but next week never came. Once they were going to come over from her house. The 2 staff and others that she lived with. But one of her flatmates kicked up a right fuss and said that she didn't want to come all the way over from Proto. They cancelled it all. Becky cried and locked herself in her room. One of the support staff said, oh well, maybe next time. Joy, Becky's key worker, promised she would come over with Becky, just the 2 of them, but she never did. Then I got a new social worker, and they did me a person-centered plan. They asked me what I wanted. I said I wanted to see my girlfriend more, and they wrote it down. I was dead chuffed. I rang Becky up, and I told her it all. Person-centered plans were going to change the world. She was dead happy we made such plans. Now every review they make a new plan and they write it down, and then they review it again in 6 months, but nothing gets changed. We see each other at the Fresh. It's a disco we go to once a month. We make the most of it. We dance and have a few drinks. She says I get a bit sappy after a few drinks. But the thing is, I never really get that drunk. I just love her. I just love her.
I love him. I love him so much. All I want is to live with my John. A place to call our own. A place just for him and me. Watching all the problems fly I'd like to share with you. Just the two of us together in our home. Sweep it under the carpet, another coat of paint will cover up your dreams, tidy it all away. Sweep it under the carpet, another coat of paint will cover up your dreams, tidy it all away, my dear. They don't know how I feel about him and the things that he does just for me. And when he touches my hand, he makes me feel what it's hard for me to explain. He tells me that I'm funny. He says I'm clever too. And when he touches my hand, I feel warm through and through. He's got a funny laugh, a soft touch no one sees. The staff say he's a bit quiet, but they don't know him like me.
Some time for us to spend alone. Some time just for her and me. Watching all the problems fly away. I love her, and she says that she loves me. But would they ever let us be?
Sweep it under the carpet, let's have a cup of tea. Don't hang out your hopes and dreams for everyone to see. There's things that should be private, there's things you shouldn't say. Don't get yourself upset, my dear. Let's put those things away for now.
That's me packed. Soon I'll be a tenant. That's a strange word, isn't it? What does that really mean?
A tenant is a person that lives in a house which is owned by somebody else. A landlord can be a council, a housing association, or an individual. It's their house. They own that house. It's the landlord's duty to take care of the house of a paying tenant. It's a tenant's duty to take care of the home that they live in. You see, we're in it together as one. You see, I'm a tenant, I live at number 62, I decorated it myself, it was a magnolia and blue. Home sweet home is a place I like to be. Kick the doors and all my clothes, I watch this beat on ITV. Home sweet home is a place for me. Home sweet home, that's my tenancy. You see, it's their house, but it's my home. We're in it together as one. It's their house, but it's my home. We're in it together, we're better as one.
It's our house, but it's your home. We're in it together
I'm a tenant. I live at number 3. I pay to live in this house, but that's not always clear to me. You see, I don't work, I get benefits. You see, that means it's my money to pay for my tenancy.
Home sweet home.
There's a place for me.
Home sweet home.
That's paid for by me. You see,
It's our house and it's your home. We're in it together, together as one. It's our house and it's your home. We're in it together, we're better as one.
This is their house, but it's my home. We're in together, together as one. It's their house, but it's my home. We're in together, we're better as one.
Now I expect a good service, of course, before I dip in my purse, as well as the software I employ to give the service that I need in my home sweet home. Place for me. Home sweet home. It has the right staff just for me. They attended one search for the fee, but to do that they need to get to know me. They find out about the things that I need for personalized tenancy. Though the capacity large, even the spring. Home sweet home. Tailored just for me. Home sweet home. Where I like to be. It's their house, but it's my home. We're in it together, together as one. It's their house, but it's my home. We're in it together, together as one. It's our house, but it's your home. We're in it together, together as one. It's our house, but it's your home. We're in it together, we're better as one.
Hello, I've just moved into my new house. It's lovely. I'm just having a housing party. All the housing people are really nice. Come with me. What I've learned is you need to tell somebody what you like, what you don't like. See ya. Oh, just one more thing. Norma D5 is now called Isos. See ya.